Well, we'll get to that story a little later because that is good Lord.
Wait,
Tell
AI?
me you're a diva.
I was about to say AI Otani or a Caleb Williams.
Oh, the Caleb Williams stuff. I mean, we'll get to it. I want to reset where we started the show. Tomorrow's going to be, I mean, we're all looking forward to it. We're looking forward to the start of the NFL. But, I mean, this is as anticipated a season as there's been for the Lions. And I want to see if we can get everybody to join. Because I think there's about 25% of you where you either claim to be Lions free or you're a spite store owner or you're just a jerk. And you're not ready to start this tomorrow. You're going to be looking for a reason to crush this team. You're going to be looking to delight in the misery of your fellow fan. I want to know what it's going to take for this team to earn you back. That's a legitimate question. What will it take? What do they have to do exactly to earn you back? And I think the only thing where I would say, hey, you're being a little unreasonable, is if you say, well, without a Super Bowl, I can't be bothered. Well, hold on. So you're going to ask them to do something, and you're not going to enjoy it along the way. How many teams even have multiple Super Bowls? You wouldn't even be around for the second time. So I just want to understand. Because, listen, I think Rico represents a lot of Lion fans. And it's one of these deals where I need to gain a better understanding. I don't want to leave anybody behind as we start the journey here. And I'm very excited. And I want to talk about it. Because I think you're going to miss out on a hell of a good time. And I want to know what it would take. Rico, reestablish your position, please.
Yeah, short term, I need 5-3 by the time we hit the Monday night game against the Raiders here on Halloween. Got to be 5-3. That means you're in command of winning the North. It means that you went out there and you won some tough games over some good opponents. You don't have to win them all, but you're serious. You were able to carry over what you did last year into this year because one of the biggest reasons why a lot of people feel this way, Mike, is there's no consistency. Now, long-term solution, man, you got to make the playoffs multiple years for me to really believe, okay, you have turned the tide and you're fun to watch and it's not just a lot of hope, it's a lot of belief because you do it all the time.
248-539-9797. You want to get to the people?
Yes, sir.
Rico, pick the order because I don't have the time check. So go ahead. I want to be fair to everybody and make sure who's held longest gets on first.
Well, then, Mike, that would be D. You're on 97.1.
What's up, fellas?
What's happening?
What's up, D?
I can't stand the Lions. I can't stand they fans. Mike, I love you, my Scorpio brother, but you are drinking Lions Kool-Aid mixed with Flint water. You got to stop, brother. You have to stop. Listen, I want them, I'm like Rico, I want them to do good because they depress the city. All my friends get depressed every time they lose. And I wanted them to see them do good, but I can't root for them. And like David, I laugh when they lose. It's joyous. I take joy in it. I can't be a Lions fan. One, because you using the what P. Richard word is what you said?
Yes.
That would be somebody that jumps back on the bandwagon, and nobody respects them. So I respect Lions fans, except for Big Vern. Had to shout him out because he jumped back on y'all bandwagon. But I respect them for being in an abusive relationship and sticking with it. But it won't be me.
Okay. So there's nothing they can do. You're just going to sit on the sidelines and be spiteful. They can't do anything. They win tomorrow in Kansas City. And you get no joy.
This is the problem. Lions fans are so arrogant, like they won something. You know I'm right about that. Secondly, if they win tomorrow, it's going to be a parade down Woodward on Friday, and I can't see it.
You know what? Mike D brings up a point. And I know. I'm saying if you win on Thursday, you can sit here and talk Super Bowl. But when you're a real big boy, when you're a real team, you beat the Chiefs, you now focus on the Seahawks. And it's not a Super Bowl type of victory parade going down Woodward. But because it's expected. I think beating the Chiefs is not expected yet. When you get to the point where you start to expect those things, and when it happens, it's no big deal, now you've turned the corner. That's how I see it.
Let's keep it rolling.
Okay. Let's hit Nathan. You're on 97.1.
Yeah, as a broken Lions fan, I got to agree with Rico. For me, it's not a one-year fix, but I want to be fair about it. I mean, I think for me over the next 2 years, it's just, can you put together double-digit win totals, and can you play 3 playoff games in 2 years? That's what I'm looking for.
So bar's not that high, but you just need some consistency, right, Nathan?
Well, I need consistency, and I need you to prove that you can do it when the expectations are there. Because, I mean, for me, I don't know. It still feels like it would be on brand if the Lions did something like, go to the conference championship and then followed it up with 6 years of 5-win totals. I mean, that still feels on brand to me. So you need to change the narrative.
All right. Appreciate the phone call. Consistency, multiple years in doing it. And I think I'm being fair. I'm not saying you got to win the Super Bowl, but when everybody, because see, the thing is, Mike, everybody's patting you on the back. I need you to live up to those standards this year and go out and prove to everybody that you've earned that respect, and it's going to be here for a long time. And it's not just one of those, man, I fell for it. Yeah. So.
That's fair. It's fair. I'm asking because, Rico, I swear, like we just talked to D, there are certain people who say they were a fan and now go, I'm never coming back. I don't understand, not with hockey, not with baseball, not with basketball, how with the National Football League that you wouldn't immediately snap back into action if your team started making waves. I don't understand it. I don't understand how you won't be engaged tomorrow night, opening up the season in Arrowhead with a legitimate shot to win. I don't get it. That's what we're trying to figure out.
I got you. 248-539-9797.
Did you own Lions leather?
No. I had a Lions. I had a sweet Lions starter jacket, though.
Now, are we talking the one with the marsupial pouch, or are we talking like
marsupial pouch?
Yeah, the one that had the pouch in the middle. And
no. I said, yeah, it was that one. It was, and it
those
was
are great.
It was, and this was before they actually came out with the black uniform, but it had the black accent in it. Oh, man, you couldn't tell me nothing.
Big time. Man. See, you strike me as a satin starter jacket guy.
Oh, I had those, too. Oh, I had those. That, Mike, was the rare white Georgetown. I had that one. So, yeah.
Oh, with the big Hoya on the back?
No, it was just it just said Georgetown across there, but nobody had it. I searched high and low, found one store that had it in this city. Everybody else had the blue. I had the all white Georgetown jacket.
My, that thing must have been clean for about 6 minutes. All
right,
let's
I just
never
wore it, man. Hey, if you got a baby around me, stay over there. All right, let's go back to the phone lines. Mike, you're on 97.1.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
Mike, this is noble work you're doing. I appreciate trying to keep everybody involved, but I am a little bit worried about you now because you're fighting an uphill battle here. You are up against a force of nature that has never lost. You are up against time. This fan base has endured decades and decades of just absolute worthless football that even though you and I know and we can see they're doing the right things and they're on the right track and we agree they're winning the North and things are all good, you're up against time. You're never going to convince this 25% of people until they consistently do it, like we've been talking about. So to answer your question, how do we bring people aboard? Practice patience. We have to let it be, and we have to show those people that we're not the arrogant Lions fans, as Dee pointed out, because the more we want to shake them and say, no, you're wrong, they're good now, they're doing the right things, they're obligated, based on decades of abuse, to fight against that. So you need to just let them be. Let them see it for themselves. Let them learn to trust again.
I like that.
Because there's no fix. There's no magic bullet, unfortunately. Trust me when I tell you, I'm experiencing this at home, right? My father's exactly the same way. I sent him the article about the Travis Kelce stuff. I was like, oh, this is great. And his answer was, oh boy, if we lose now, then they don't have Kelsey or Jones. Look out, things are going to be terrible. Like that's the delineation between old fan and new fan, right? I send you news that as a Lions fan should be great news, and your first response is, oh boy, this is going to be a problem.
Yeah, and look, I'm not trying to convince them. Look, I've done radio for 20 years in this town. I'm trying to figure out that if we can't get aboard now, holy hell, you're just never getting aboard. Like I waited so many years for a game like tomorrow as a radio host. I put myself in the shoes. I'm a man of the streets, damn it. I put myself at the focal point and go, man, if this were my team, how amped I'd be for this. It wouldn't matter how much they've busted my chops. It's the equivalent of Michigan State football that has caused irreparable highs and lows and psychological damage that if they were opening up the seat like all these years ago, MSU opened up against Oregon at Spartan Stadium on Thursday Night Football, Mike Tirico on the call. It didn't matter. They were ass my entire life before then. I was amped. It was at night. It was primetime. America was watching. Amp Campbell returns the ball. That's the deal. That's all. I'm just trying to figure it out. I'm trying to understand it.
And I think a lot of people will be that way, Mike. It's just for the 25% that you're talking about, they need the Lions to go out there and win the game. And they're like, okay, because so many times I remember when Drew Sharp was around, we would joke and say the Lions logo should be Lucy pulling the football away from Charlie Brown, because every year she would promise, I'm going to let you kick it. I'm going to let you kick it. And every year she would pull it away. And that's what it feels like to the 25% is each and every time I finally think things will be different, they're not. So yes, I think they're going to be watching the game. I think they're going to be happy and they will celebrate if the Lions win, but they are prepared for the ball to get pulled away at the last second.
248-539-9797. More of your calls, more of your pain as we begin to lock in a little over 24 hours away from the NFL being back, from you, the Detroiter, getting your moment. It is national TV, America watching. Chance to show them what you're all about. I just want to know why some of you refuse to come to the party. 248-539-9797.